All right, Phoenixes, excited to see what they're all about. Whoa, look at that, majestic. And that's unawakened. Awakened? Oh, you know what? If you played Sky Arena, it sort of reminds me of the transmog that they have. Right? Very similar. But yeah, didn't look at their skills just yet, and we'll see what they're all about. Okay, so the fire one should be the strongest one. I don't know why the name is not shown. It's called Perna. Is it shown on the Unawakened? No. Okay. So, basic attack 165, nothing special. First skill. Yeah, it looks like we won't see the names of them for whatever reason, but yeah. Wait, what? Why is the translation so bad? Oh, wow. Okay, so we got a workaround. Yeah, looks like the skill, like descriptions are not shown here. There's just some missing English translation most likely. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna translate the skill description from the patch notes on the forums, and we're gonna look at all the multipliers in game. So first one, normal attack the enemy target, nothing special, 165. First skill is attack an enemy target once to inflict damage that ignores the target's damage reduction effect. Damage reduction is, I believe, like shields, invincibility, all of that. This attack deals increased damage proportional to the target's missing health. So at max level, it does close to 600% attack. And then for each 1% missing, he does 2% more damage. That is insane. Okay, let's say unit is at half HP. It will do 100% more damage. So that's 1200 multiplier. Wow, that is a big one. Wow, that is a big multiplier. And ignoring effects. So, whoa, you can't even reduce the damage. Wow, that's big. That is big. Okay, second skill. Attacks an enemy target once to inflict damage that ignores the target's damage reduction effect, and grants increased damage taken after cancelling immunity. This attack pierces the target's armor as long as the target is not affected by crowd control effects. In addition, if that target is not affected by crowd control effects, grants unresurrect and uses Flame Nova one more time. Okay, so it hits for close to 800% attack, and it also ignores target mitigation effects, right? So both of the skills ignore buffs. That's OP. 15% defense penetration if the target is not affected by CC. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit difficult for stuff like Cleave. Because you cannot provoke a target if you want that defense ignore, which I don't like. Then it removes immunity. Okay, level 1 damage taken up. So that is, I believe, brand, right? Yeah, 30% more damage. That will most likely land after the skill so yeah. Unavailable for 20 seconds. That looks like it is a buff, right? Yeah, it is not just an effect, it's a buff. And also uses the skill. Which one was it? Flame Nova. So it uses the same skill once again if... Wait, what's the effect? Grants unselect and uses... Oh, so if the target is not affected by CC, it uses this skill twice. Oh my god, wait, that's broken. 800% multiply, ignore damage mitigation, defense penetration. It buffs up damage with damage taken up, unavailable, and uses it once. Oh my, whoa. Whoa, this is an insane nuke. This has so much one-shot potential. And unavailable as well. Oh my, wow. Wow. Okay, and we didn't even get to the passive yet. So, the passive. When you die, you resurrect with immortal powers. After using the skill, the cooldown of eternal immortality, which is the same passive, is reduced. If you resurrect yourself through the skill, the resurrection penalty or arena and conquest war will not be applied. Oh, so basically, you know that penalty when someone revives a unit, you are not able to revive them for a bit. So it looks like it bypasses that. So yeah, when it dies, resurrects with 100% HP on 2-minute cooldown. And whenever he uses a skill, it reduces the skill's cooldown by 6 seconds. The revive is whatever I feel like, but I'm sorry, this skill is insane. Wow, okay, and the ultimate attacks an enemy target once to inflict damage that ignores the target's damage reduction effect. After cancelling immunity, increases damage received and grants impossibility to revive. This attack pierces the target's armor as long as the target is not affected by crowd control effects. So it's the same as the second skill basically. It just doesn't have a like a second skill use under any condition. So 1.35k multiplier, 50% defense penetration, so the same as having a level 1 defense break. Removes immunity, level 3 damage taken up, which is 36%, and unavailable for 20 seconds. Okay, I don't like his ult. I feel like his ult is worse than his regular skill too, because this procs twice if you're not under CC effects. So it's good if you have CC effect on your enemy, but if you don't, this is way better, I feel like. Wow, okay, yeah, this guy is super strong. I don't know if he will be hard to make work with CC units. Like, for example, my cleave has a provoke on skill 3, right? If it makes it super hard to activate this, I'm a bit worried, but overall, if you bring a no CC team, this guy will completely dominate. Yeah, insane. Okay, let's go to the water one now. I'm gonna scroll down. Attack the enemy target, basic attack, and 165, nothing special there. Now, the first skill attacks an enemy target one time, dealing damage proportional to attack speed and increase the critical damage received. Damage increases in proportion to the number of buffs you have. So it does 633 of attack as damage and damage up based on attack speed. That is very weird. Per caster's beneficial effect, damage tilt up 15%. That's not that amazing, I feel like. Because, I mean, how many, like, if we're looking at Brawl, right? Realistically, how many beneficial effects can you stack? In, like, very buff-heavy teams, probably, like, 5, maybe 6 at most. And even then, you will get constantly stripped. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. And also, level 1 crit damage taken up. That is a debuff. Yeah, that's a good debuff. Honestly, because not a lot of units have it. I mean, apart from Genos, who else would have it in PvP, right? Let me see. Yeah, as you can see, there's just no PvP units with that debuff apart from Genos. So, for the debuff, it is pretty unique. But overall, not a big fan of this skill. Now, second skill. Attacks an enemy target once to inflict damage proportionate to attack speed and increases the duration of the caster's beneficial effect. Damage increases in proportion to the number of buffs you have. In addition, freezes the enemy target with a certain probability, and if the target is not affected by crowd control effects, decreases their defense. Right, so 633, same multiplier as the previous skill, except it's now 4 mana cost. Again, more damage the more buffs he has. Increase the duration of beneficial effect by 10 seconds. Is that on him? Yeah, that is on him. Oh, so if there is no strip, potentially he could stack these a lot, especially if he uses it on like a souling, but I don't know, that wouldn't make too much sense for me. Freeze for 3.5 seconds, whatever, and defense break. Defense break is nice. So he can set up a nuke. The problem is he only has one buff. No, he doesn't have any buff by himself. So he really relies on teammates for doing damage. And even then, I don't see him being used in PvP. I don't know. The debuffs are just not the best. Like if this was AoE, maybe because of the freeze and defense break, but this is a single target. So yeah, nah. Water 1 is not good. Ultimate is attacks an enemy target once to inflict damage proportionate to attack speed and increases the duration of the caster's beneficial effect. Damage increases in proportion to the number of buffs you have. In addition, freezes the enemy target and reduces their defense. So the same as second skill. Double the multiplier, still 15% increase, still 10 seconds buff increase, freeze, and defense break. Again, I don't know. Depending, it depends on how much that multiplier changes based on attack speed. But just the raw attack multiplier is just not good. And the skills, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's a PvE unit. Like, you could use that crit damage taken up for a boss, defense break for a boss, right? But I honestly can't even find any use for him. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I cannot find any use for him. He seems like a NAF 4. He seems to me like a NAF 4 damage dealer. I don't know. But yeah, going to the wind one, that should be Teshar. And the first skill, attack the enemy target, nothing special, 165. We will go to the first skill, which is attack an enemy target one time, dealing damage proportional to the target's lost HP and stealing one buff. This attack is guaranteed to critically hit. One buff steal, look at a multiplier though. 70% plus almost 30% of target's lost HP as damage. That is nice. Pair that together with the steal, you're potentially looking at a very big damage once the unit is like a bit lower. And when attacking critical hit is guaranteed, this could be insane because you do not need to stack any critical rate and you can instead focus a lot on critical damage subs, right? Although it depends on what the second skill will be, because if it needs crit, you may still need to stack it. And yeah, talking about that, second skill, 5 mana cost. Wow, okay. Attacks the enemies within range one time and stuns them with a certain probability. Okay, so AoE attack. If the enemy energy of wind... Oh, again with these energies. If the energy of wind is level 10, use the skills below. Wait, uses the skills below instead. What? Okay. Wind energy level 10 attacks an enemy with a very wide range once to inflict damage that ignores the target's damage reduction effect. Dispels all strengthening effects, grants unable to strengthen. Unable to strengthen is probably a beneficial block, yeah. Unable to strengthen and stuns with a certain probability. This attack is guaranteed to critically hit. After that, the energy of the wind dispersed. Guaranteed to critically hit. That is big. Because you can stack so much more damage on him now without the need of critical rate. So wait, let me see. AoE attack, 633 multiplier, 3.5 seconds stun, but only 70% chance. 950% of attack as damage, ignores target's damage mitigation effect. So I believe this is now going into the wind energy level 10 attack, right? Attacks the enemy with a ready range. Yeah. Yeah, so I think the first 2 lines is just a regular attack. And if he has energy level 10, he uses the skills starting with 950% attack, right? So 950% attack ignores mitigation. Guaranteed critical hit. Removes all beneficial. Full strip. That is an AoE full strip. I think that's probably like the third unit that has a full strip besides Tiana and Chivo, right? Okay, block beneficial effects on top as well. Stuns, okay, higher chance to stun if you have energy of wind, and removes all of it. Wow, that is if you are able to stack wind energy level 10, that is a game-changing skill. It's expensive, but that's nuts. And the passive now, each time a buffing effect is received, a certain level of wind energy is acquired, and each time a debuffing effect is received, the wind energy is reduced by a certain level. Wind energy no longer increases or decreases at level 10, and it is immune to debuffs while at level 10. Hold up. Okay, so for each buff he gets, he will receive 2 energy, and for each debuff he gets, he will lose 1 energy. And once he has level 10, listen to this, oh my god. Once he has level 10 energy, he is immune to all debuffs. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I can see some interesting plays being here. Like, yeah, you need level 10 wind for this skill, right? But could someone do some spicy plays where he stacks level 10 wind energy and then just spams this skill on Soul Link? Which means that he will never lose that energy, which means that he will permanently be immune to, what they called, debuffs. That could be some interesting strategies. And I mean, this skill is good. Look at the damage. 3 mana, 770% plus 27% target's lost HP, guaranteed crit and steals an effect, which means it's a strip plus a buff for himself. Like, put this guy on vampire runes, spam skill once he has level 10 energy, you have an unkillable unit. Let's say you give him something like defense buff, right? Or damage taken down or whatever. That could potentially be an unkillable unit. Wow, this guy is sick. And now ultimate attacks the enemy within range one time to inflict damage that ignores the target's damage reduction effect, dispels all strengthening effects, so full strip, grants unable to enhance, so block beneficial effect, and stuns with a certain chance. This attack is guaranteed to critically hit. After that, you will acquire 10 levels of wind energy. You can just get 10 levels of energy from ultimate. Wait, so you can stack it so easily then. 1.26k, or rather 1266% multiplier, guaranteed crit, remove, so full strip, AoE, full beneficial block, 80% chance to stun, and level 10 energy, so it becomes instantly immune to all debuffs. I'm sorry, this guy is strong, bro. Fire, sick, wind, sick, water, garbage. Maybe I'm missing something, but this guy feels super garbage to me. I don't know. He just has nothing. Okay, wow. Light one. Basic attack attacks the enemy target, 165, nothing special there. Light 1 attacks an enemy target one time, dealing damage proportional to the target's lost HP and stealing one buff. This attack is guaranteed to critically hit. Identical to the wind one, so same multiplier, same guaranteed crit, same steal. Love that. Second skill attacks the enemies within range one time with a chance to decrease defense. If the energy of light is level 10, use the skills below instead. Okay, so the same principle as the wind one. And light energy level 10, so it attacks an enemy with a very wide range once to inflict damage that ignores the target's damage reduction effects, and after dispelling all strengthening effects, decreases defense and grants unrecoverable with a certain probability. This attack is guaranteed to critically hit. After that, the energy of light disappears. Okay, let's look at that. So without energy of light, this does 633 multiplier, 50% chance for defense break. That is super low. Yeah, you cannot rely on that ever. 950, and now once he has a light energy level 10, his skills will do 950% multiplier, which ignores damage mitigation, guaranteed crit, full strip, full level 1 defense break, unrecoverable, I believe that is the debuff. Yeah, it's not listed, but it is an unrecoverable debuff because it does say 20 seconds. Remove energy of light. Oh, full strip into full defense break and unrecoverable. Like, it does not do a lot of damage, but that has potential. Imagine, like, you strip and pair that up with something like him. Oh, yo. This is nuts. Okay. Passive. Each time you receive a strengthening effect, you gain light. Yeah, so I'm not gonna read again. Identical to the wind one. Each buff you get 2 energy of light. Each debuff you get 1 energy of light down. And you get permanent immunity to debuffs once you're at level 10. Wow, you know what? I like the light one even more. Because of the defense break. Like, stun is cool, but you won't kill with stun, right? With this, full strip into defense break and unrecoverable. That is insane. And you can stack it. I would say it's pretty easy to stack. You know what? Look at this. Immunity set, once it comes out, that's 1 buff. You only need 5 buffs, right? So immunity set, shield runes, that's 2 buffs. You will What else can you take? Probably something like, let's say you take a Wusa, right? That's shield and... Oh, wait, he does have immunity. Ah, okay, well, maybe not that easy then. But, you'll think of ways to stack it, right? Something like a Bastet, I don't know, shield attack buff, that's 4. You just need one more. Yeah, scary, scary, scary. And now, oh, we missed the ultimate, right? We missed the ultimate. So ultimate is attack the enemy within range one time to inflict damage that ignores the target's damage reduction effect, cancels all effects, like all buffs, and then grants a certain chance of reducing defense. So it's the same as the previous ult. So 1266 multiplier, guaranteed crit, full strip, full defense break, full undercoverable, and he instantly gets 10 energy. Broken. Oh, I won't say broken because you do need to stack it, and hard to say how easy it will be to stack, but if it's just receiving 5 buffs, I'm sorry, this is a scary skill to use. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. And now let's go to the dark one. I was really excited for light and dark ones, to be honest, because I didn't summon my light and dark skulls on Paladin, and I'm saving them for Phoenixes most likely. So, basic attack, same thing, 165, nothing special there. Yeah, so this one... Great skill description contest, great skill description. Okay, yeah, so unfortunately I had to translate from Korean this because neither English or French languages had skill descriptions. That just shows you the level of quality control at a company. But yeah, we translated from Korean now, and first skill attacks an enemy target one time, dealing damage proportional to the target's lost HP. Enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived. Okay. 860% multiplier plus 27% missing HP. Now, I would say that is good damage, but it's on 4 mana, no longer on 3, so... Okay, second skill, Dark Nova attacks an enemy one time to inflict damage proportional to the target's current HP, dispels one debuff, so that is a strip, and grants impossible to resurrect, so anti-revive. For 20 seconds, enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived. Wait, what? Wait, that makes no sense. Oh, you cannot revive if you kill, but if you don't kill, you also give unrevivable for 20 seconds. And that's one buff strip, and yeah, damage 723% plus 27% max HP. Not great, not great damage. 4 mana as well. Yeah, as far as the first 2 skills go, not amazing, but we'll see what the passive is all about. Okay, and the passive, Soul Flame, so permanent effect, decreases defense and increases damage received when attacking skills. What? Oh my god, that's OP. When attacking with a skill, decrease defense for 10 seconds, level 1. Whoa, hello. When attacking with a skill, increases damage taken for 10 seconds first level. Wait, what damage taken? Wait, let me see this. Oh wow, so it is a debuff, like the branding or damage taken up. So every time you use a skill, you will defense break and you will apply damage taken up for 10 seconds. With anti-revive, he also has his strip on the second skill. Oh, and now he looks pretty good. You know what? I love these simple skill units, right? Like, look at that. Defense break, damage taken up. There's no need to overcomplicate it. There's no need to write 75 paragraphs about when the skill activates, when there's like 50% less HP than your 3 monsters combined average of their, I don't know, college depth or all that. Yeah, like simple skill. You know what it does. You can make full use of it because it's that simple to use. But yeah. Oh, that's not a bad passive. Like, he can work as a damage dealer, but he also can work just as a damage setup in general. Because defense break and brand is very strong. So yeah, attack enemy one time to inflict damage proportional to the target's current HP, dispels all buffs, so full strip, unrevivable. Enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived, so 1.4k attack multiplier, 54% of target's HP, cannot revive, full strip, and unable to revive buff. or rather debuff. And remember this, remember his passive. So his ultimate, if you account for his passive, is full strip, unrevivable, defense break, and damage taken up. That is what he can do with his ultimate, as long as he's not Oblivion. Yeah, that is OP. That is OP. Especially if you can charge ultimate really fast with something like a Tiana. That is scary. Let me tell you that. That looks scary. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty good units. I would say the fire and... Yeah, out of the 3 elemental, fire definitely pretty good. Wind seems super strong. Although it is a little bit weaker than light in my opinion. Water is trash. Unless I am missing something, he just looks horrible. And the dark one looks pretty good. Maybe not as a damage dealer, but more of a damage setup for sure. But yeah, that's about it for the Phoenixes. And yeah, peace.